Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Elements of Success. I am your host, Talha Jarrad. Well, we are talking about the emotional intelligence. We are talking about certain emotions that impact the person's ability to achieve and succeed in life. Remember, we are here trying to build a personality for success, and we said that there are certain emotions that drags the person down, and unless he or she understands how to deal with it and how to conquer these emotions and be in control of them, these emotions might take over his life and destroy his life completely. We're talking today about envy. Envy is one of the most serious emotions that people have. Unfortunately, it's spread nowadays everywhere, left and right. People are envious of everything. They envy each other for even things that you don't even imagine. Sometimes you laugh at the things that people envy each other for. Envy is really envy is the feeling or the wishing that a blessing or favor be deprived from someone else. It is a feeling or wishing that someone else other than you be deprived from a blessing that is being given by Allah, or a favor that is being bestowed upon him by Allah, and you wish that this favor or this blessing be deprived from that person, to vanish from that person. Now, the problem with envy is that it focuses the person's attention on others and what they have, and it focuses his attention on what he doesn't have. So the problem has twofold. It focuses his attention of what others have, and he looks at what others have, and he focuses all his energy, oh, they have this, they are better than me in this, they are better than me in this, and he's envious about it. And because he compares himself to others, he always sees the bad things about himself. So he looks at the negative side, the bad side of himself, so he gets trapped between these two thoughts. He always looks negatively at the others, and negatively at himself, and he looks at what others have. So he sees himself as losing. He's not gaining, he's not getting anything. And this puts him in circles of anxiety, stress, and so on and so forth. Now, why people get so envious? What is the reason that people become envious? I mean, if you think about it, people should not be envious. Everybody has his own life and his own things to deal with. But people become envious and become this feeling conquer them because of several reasons. One of the most important reasons is that they do not understand how the laws of Allah works, how Allah wants things to happen. They do not understand. They forget the principle that Allah is in charge, is in control, and He subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one who distributes things and bestows things upon people upon His will, and not as people want. It's not up to me and you to decide about these things. It's up to Allah to decide about these things, and it's Him who distributes things among people. And failing to understand this concept, as simple as it sounds, causes people to live probably in lots of distress, lots of problems, because now that they forget the wise judgment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they don't realize it, they don't understanding. And another reason is that people sometimes, because they fail to achieve, they fail to succeed, they wanted to do something and they failed at it. So what happens, instead of trying to improve, and instead of trying to learn from the lesson and move forward, they look at others and say, oh, look at this person, he got this, he got that, he tried this and it worked, he got the money, he got this, and I didn't. So because the person did not achieve and he did not understand the concept of, well, failure is just one pump in the road of success, and you have to go through failure to be able to achieve more and more. It's a natural thing to fail in your way to success, but failing to understand that makes people envious, and they keep looking at others and they see, oh, this person has this person has that, and I couldn't achieve this, I couldn't get that. So they become more and more envious. Sometimes people do not understand how to live in their own capacity, their own financial capacity. And this is a problem and challenge that we have it nowadays. You know, you see people trying to go way beyond their financial capacities. They want to buy the new cell phones, the new electronic gadgets, the new big TV, the flat monitors, the flat TVs, and this and that. And they see others having this, and they're trying to stretch themselves out, and they try to get more and more, and their financial capabilities is not up to that level of others, so they start envying others, and they start thinking of others. Oh, why does he have that? Why does he have access to this? And this creates so many problems. Again, this is related to the understanding of the concept of sustenance, understanding that Allah is the only sustainer, and He is the one who provides, He's the one who distributes the sustenance among people, and you have to work towards these things, and you have to focus your energy on yourself to achieve more and more, rather than you focus your energy on others and try to see what others have. Now, another reason is probably arrogance. If the person is arrogant, and this is a problem by itself, but if the person is arrogant, then this person will not accept that others really surpasses him. Not because of competition, but because of arrogance. He cannot achieve because he's never set himself up to achieve, but yet he's still arrogant, and he thinks he is better than others. But when he sees others succeeding and passing by him and surpassing him, then he starts to become envious, and he starts, oh, why did he get that, and how did he get that? And he starts to think of others, and that drags the person in that trap of thinking of others rather than thinking of achieving, thinking of putting together a plan, thinking of building success, acquiring the tools and the skills to achieve. This is also another reason why people also become envious, and why people really get trapped in this envy emotion, and they become all the time thinking of others and focusing their energy on others than focusing their energy on themselves. Sometimes it's really the hatred. Sometimes the person have so much hatred against the person, or hostility or resentment, that he does not really accept any good thing to happen to that person, even though it's not his business. But you see, this is the problem. Sometimes people never understand these things, that again, it's the hands of Allah that He gives that and He deprives this. But sometimes a person hates another person, and he sees that person getting blessed by Allah, getting probably access to things, and he just, out of his hatred, becomes envious of this person, instead of thinking of how can I improve my relationship with Allah to give me, how can I improve myself to attain, how to succeed, how to do this. The positive thoughts, he gets trapped in the negative thoughts. Another reason really why people become envious, and very, very, very important reason, and people, once they understand this, a lot of things could change in their lives, is really not seeing the full picture. Well, you might think that person is blessed with this and this and this, but you don't see the full picture of that person. Do you really know everything about him? You might think he's happy and you might think that he has lots of money and he has cars and he has probably maids and servants and this, but he's not. Probably he has a family problem, probably he has a personal problem, probably he has something that you never knew of. And this is really something that a lot of people, they don't see what others live their life, and how they live it, and how the challenges that they face become in their way. They never see the full picture. They only see the part that's they want to see, and hence once they see this part, they start to compare themselves to others and see, okay, why do they have more money than me and I have less money? Well, maybe you are happier than them. Maybe you have a more stable, a happy family, and they don't. Maybe you don't see the full picture. You don't see everything related to those people. So your judgment is really not accurate. And whenever you have this emotion in your heart, you start to think, what is it that this person have in terms of issues that I don't have, that maybe I have been blessed by not having? And this will change your perspective. Another reason why people become also envious is their weakness in their relationship with Allah, their weakness in their the way that they deal with things that happen around them. You see, if the person has a strong faith, if the person has if the person believes in what Allah has given to him, and what the decree of Allah is, and you remember we spoke about this law of divine will and decree. If the person doesn't think of these things and doesn't live by these things, and have weakness in his heart and in his faith and in his relationship with Allah, then he starts to envy others. At the end of the day, you envying others, which means that you are saying that the wisdom of Allah of distributing and giving this to this person was not right. This is exactly what envy is all about. It's really some kind of you saying that I don't think this is the right thing. And who are you or me to say that this is not the right thing? It's up to Allah to decide. Maybe it's a trial from Allah for that person. Maybe it's something Allah wants to bring upon that person to test him, to try him, maybe to give him because of something that he did. You remember the law of justice? We said maybe this person did something to his mother, to help the person in a certain moment, and that person made a prayer to him, and that's why he's blessed. So you see, sometimes because we don't have the right level of faith, the right level of relationship with Allah, we do not really have control of our emotions. And the more we get closer to Allah, and the more we understand how the laws work, and how the universal laws work, and how they get executed on earth, the better we become, and the easier we take the life, and the less stressful we will be, and our level of anxiety will drop, and our ability to see things in a better perspective will be different, because now we are going out of this negative, bad emotion, and instead of living in a state where we're thinking of and focusing of what others have and what I don't have, and having our minds to go in cycles of thinking of others and wasting time about others, now we focus about ourselves, we focus about our accomplishment, our achievement, and we build upon this, and we create the momentum till we reach to a level where we can attain what we want and achieve our goals. May Allah bless us all and make us among those who listen and apply, and we'll continue discussing this issue further. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.